Don, Obama's program for primary education focuses on national curriculum standards called Common Core State Standards, which only addresses math and reading. Common Core standards are voluntary for each state to adopt or not as they see fit. Do you agree with providing national standards, or should each state set their own? And if you agree with setting a national standard, what subjects besides math and language arts should be included?
Well, after I left school and I continued my own education to learn more and more and more because I knew how to read, I found that reading and math are the two basic skills that we have to learn in order to get along. If you can't balance the checkbook, if you can't analyze what your debts are, your bills are to pay, if you don't know how to read to further your education, you're stuck. I learned the phonetic.
So do you agree with having a national standard? Okay. And then is there anything else you would add to it?
I think every school in the nation should follow that basic.
Reading and writing. Is there anything else?
No.
That's
reading
enough.
is the first important thing that we start out children with. They have to learn to read. We start out they're reading children's books.
Because
Johnny went up.
I want to bring you back to two other questions I asked earlier. We were talking about Growing Great, which is a program for teaching kids about food, where it comes from, and how to eat healthy. And we were talking about civics lessons. And you agreed that both of those things were really important. Would you include those in the Common Core standards?
Yes, that's part of reading.
Oh, okay. So, and I'm going to ask the same question of you, Santa.
All right, well, I originally said that the federal government should be in a sort of research capacity and a clearinghouse for information for the states, but I would encourage, if I were in the White House, I would encourage the National Governors Association to take their members to task and have them adopt standards that would include the Growing Great and courses on environment, the economy, reading, writing, arithmetic, more basics, language, arts, food, the obesity problem, CSA, community supported agriculture, their own health, stress factors, phys ed. I read still at many schools that have dropped it for one reason or another. I talk about issues like diabetes, sex education, taking responsibility for oneself. I'd address the bullying problem, teaching respect and safety among students, which would manifest itself in society and the workplace as well. There are a lot of new delivery systems out there, and I think they would help facilitate this. Civics is a big deal, as you mentioned before, and I would encourage them having that as part of their basic curriculum as well.
Well, it sounds to me like the curriculum that I grew up with, except I don't remember that much sex ed in high school. I remember taking classes in college because I was too interested in it to leave it alone. But if you're talking about core standards, you're again, imposing upon the schools what you expect of them if you're doing it from a federal level. And a lot of the states are saying they would like to do it themselves. Don, do you think that the states should be required to contain certain aspects from a federal standard, or should they start from scratch at every single state and build up their own curriculum? 30 seconds.
Yes, I think we need to have a national standard for education.
Okay.
So that every child in every city, county, state gets the same equal education.
Okay, and Santa, I just wanted to clarify it.
I would just repeat what I said before. The federal government should just be a clearinghouse for research information and encourage the states to develop a national standard amongst themselves.
Oh, okay. All
The
right.
federal government require it.
That's good.